welcome back to my channel. Welcome back for a brand new video. This is actually the first video I'm filming sat down with any, it probably doesn't look like many Christmas decorations, but the Christmas decorations in my room above me is a festive bunting with gonks on, but I'm not filming high up enough for you to see it. But as you can tell by the thumbnail and the title, I've been meaning to film this video for so long. Reasons why I haven't done it. I used to love sitting down and filming chatty videos. In a vlog, I feel like it's less, formal isn't the right word, but when I chat lots in vlogs, it's a bit easier, I suppose. Doing sit down videos, unless it's a haul, because I have got a shopping addiction, actually terrifies me, and I don't know why. But this is my very long awaited life update / girl chat. I've written down topics to talk about so I don't forget, because I know what I'm like. I go off on so many tangents, which will still probably happen. But there is so much to catch you guys up on. There's so much to talk to you guys about, and yeah, because there's been some comments on some videos about certain situations, and I just haven't spoken about it. So I just thought, you know what, let's just sit down and let's just chat. So get yourself a cup of tea, get a hot chocolate, get whatever beveragino that you require, get some snacks and get cozy, because I have a feeling this is going to be a long one. So I hope you're all cozy. I've got points. So to address because address sounds so weird, because whenever I hear someone on any social media platform go, right, let's address the elephant in the room, that's because they've got a big following, they've got articles written about them, which I, thank God, do not have. But I have had questions about my relationship status. My close friends and family knew as soon as it happened. But I think it's because I did the thing that I wasn't gonna do. After my first relationship, that was a very long-term relationship, broke down and we split up, I feel like I showed a lot of it on my YouTube, which it is what it is. If you dig deep, I'm sure you'll find some of those crackers. And I told myself, next time I'm in a relationship with someone, it's going to be really sort of like, not hush hush, but I'm not going to talk about it too much, or I'm not going to show any part of it on social media, because, you know, I've learnt my lesson. Did I heck? But I didn't really share that much, to be honest. But I was in a relationship. It wasn't, compared to my last one, it was, I think, this may sound bad, but I think it was like 3 months, I want to say. And we are no longer together, which a lot of you picked up on, going, oh, you don't mention your boyfriend anymore, like, have you two split up, are you okay? And no, we're not together. I am okay, but we're not together. I'm not really going to go, that really annoying thing, I'm not going to go into details. Like, my life at the minute, and his life as well, distance was a thing, I'm not going to lie, because before we broke up, we didn't see each other for 4 weeks beforehand, I think. Was it 4 weeks? I'm not sure, like, don't quote me on any of this, because it's been a while. It's been like over a month since we split up. Split up sounds really messy. It wasn't messy at all. It was probably the most healthiest conversation I've ever had with a partner, or any context of relationship, to be honest, whether that be platonic or whether that be romantic. But in the build up to it, it just wasn't working. That's just the clear cut of it, really. What else was I going to say? Yeah, so distance was a thing. We hadn't seen each other for a while. I'm really busy, what with work, which I'll go into, and also therapy, which helps me a lot. One thing I will say, he was always really supportive. Like, I cannot take that away from him at all, because he really was. But it was so much bickering and arguing. I was at fault, for sure, you know. I wasn't in the best headspace, and I think it was quite a quickly developed thing, but it felt right, and it was right at the time. I'm not saying it wasn't, but I am now in the headspace where I'm not wanting / ready for a relationship, and that is groundbreaking for like 18-year-old Lily, who was pining after anything. I've got so much going on in my life, as in good stuff, things I need to focus on, things I want to achieve, things that are, you know, and I really want to focus on work. I want to focus on therapy and just staying on the right path. And I'm dealing with my own and working through my own emotions, and trying to give myself the time for myself, if that makes any sense. And I can't commit to doing that for someone else. I don't know how to word it, but I know what I mean. I'm sure some of you will understand. So it just didn't work. And it was a very mutual decision. And yeah, it was a really hard conversation, I'm not gonna lie. But I have really good supportive people around me, and you know, it sucks, but it is what it is. So yeah, just to briefly go over that, you know, because I just feel like everyone that comes into your life is a lesson, and he has taught me in such a short space of time. He's taught me so much. He's shown me how I deserve to be treated, and you know, all of that lovely stuff, which I wasn't used to at all, which I think is because I hadn't found that full love for myself and appreciation for myself. I know the saying can be quite cringy and quite but how can you expect someone to love you when you don't love yourself? It's very true, and I learnt that in that relationship because I was very volatile towards myself, which made me probably not the best, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I feel good about that, because that situation for me has been handled properly, dealt with, say dealt with sounds bad, but sorted through, worked through, and I'm really, like, I sound really good, but I'm fine. Do you see what I mean? And it's like some people say breakups can't be like simple and clean, you know, that kind of thing. Well, I'm here to tell you that they can be, obviously depending on the situation, but for me I was very lucky. So yeah, so that was the main, like, not the main thing, there's a lot for me to talk about, but that was one of the topics that I just wanted to start the video with, because if that's what you came here for, there we go. But yeah, so I mentioned work, so that's my next thing I want to talk to you guys about. I've been at my new job. It doesn't feel like a new job anymore. I feel like I've been there for years, and I haven't. I'm at my new job. I've been there 3 months, and it is, I can't help but smile when I talk about my job, and that is something that baffles me. And I know how fortunate I am, and I actually feel emotional. Why am I getting emotional? I love my job. If anyone didn't know, I work in childcare. I work in nursery setting, and I absolutely love it. Don't get me wrong, some days are tougher than others, but that's just, you know, the area that I work in. I love it, and the team I work with, they are chef's kiss. I absolutely love them. I don't know if any of them are going to be watching this, maybe they are, but if you are, I love you all so very much, because they are so supportive, and I have not felt so comfortable in my own skin working somewhere. Which, if you know me and my personal life, if you're a friend of mine watching this, you will understand what I'm saying. But it's just such a good energy to be around. And you know what, like, I have friends that have said to me, like, you work in a nursery, isn't that so like cliquey and stuff? Some trade nurseries have been a little bit cliquey, but there's been a couple, including this one, that have been absolutely incredible. One I worked at last year was really lovely, but due to my mental health, I didn't do that job very well, do you know what I mean? I wasn't a very good employee, to say the least, in the sense of reliability. However, I'm on a different path now, and I can be a committed member of a team, which is a blessing. But yeah, I've got so many amazing friendships. My room leader, I absolutely love her. If you've watched my vlogs before, this is the first video if you've watched, hi, welcome. But if you've watched my other vlogs talking about my room leader, and I'm getting her some books for Christmas, because she's read Icebreaker, which is just, I feel like I should do a dedicated video to that. I'm not, because I've done enough TikToks, but she's read Icebreaker, but she hasn't read the other two, so I'm getting her those books for Christmas. Like, one of the other girls that works in the room that I'm in, love her, because we're just as crazy as each other. And everyone else, like, it's just the laughs we have, you know, the teamwork makes the dream work, to be completely honest with you. And when the team actually does that, it's incredible. And as I said, just feeling comfortable in myself and knowing that I'm going to progress in this job. Like, I've got aspirations, I've got aims, I've got hopes and dreams, and I know I can do that, which is just amazing. So for anyone wondering, I'm level 2 qualified in childcare. I want to do my level 3, which is a manager's qualification, and I'm looking to do that next year, which is so exciting. And yeah, like, it's just, I don't know what else to say other than it makes me so happy where I work. and having that security of a full-time job, set hours, you know, we get our rota every week, like it's just amazing. We've got a work do coming up, which I'm going to film a festive video for. This technically is a festive video as well. I think this is one of my first ones that I'll be uploading, because obviously Christmas decks and all that jazz, and I will be talking about Christmas in this video too. But we've got a Christmas do coming up and it's going to be amazing. It's a drag bottomless brunch. Obviously I will be on the mocktails and that's absolutely fine, but like, I've never been to a drag brunch before and I think it's going to be absolutely epic, and the people that I'm going with obviously are angels, and it's just going to be so good. I feel like it's a work family. Like I've heard so many people talk about like in my life their work, and they're like what they do with their work colleagues who also now become friends, and I've never had that really. Like I've had that, but I've never really been in the state to have it properly. Do you see what I mean? So it's just really nice to be in that state, a mental state, and be embracing it and thriving in it, and having like management who believe in you and push you to be the best you can. Like it's just, I love it, love it, love it. The financial, because I've looked here and it goes the supportive, I've already said that, but as I said, like the stability, meaning that I don't have to worry my mum anymore with paying my way and stuff like that, because obviously when I wasn't well, there was a long period of time where it was really hard for her, so that now is a security that she has, which I know takes massive weight off her mind. And obviously the friendships that I've got from there, honestly, like I could name drop so many, but I'm not going to, because I don't think they'd appreciate being name dropped to my channel. But yeah, work is amazing. I'm a full-time nursery nurse, I think that's what they have me down as. I don't actually know, but basically I look after children and I absolutely love my job, and it's just, it's great. Okay, so you all will know that I love filming videos. If you're a long time watcher of my channel, I love filming videos with my mum. My mum's recently getting back into my videos, and she's gonna be in so many of my festive vlogs, and it's gonna be so much fun. Anyway, the point I'm going on to now is my family, because I've mentioned before in my really hard to film video, which, yeah, I did break down a lot in that video, but that's okay, how much of a family girl I am. Like, family is absolutely paramount to me. I know for a fact I wouldn't be in this position now without my family. I'm a very lucky girl, and I always count my lucky stars every single day that I have them. But the bridges I built via getting myself back on track, like, it's still a long process, you know, because I put them through hell, I put myself through hell, I also put them through hell, so it's going to take a while, and I'm not naive to that. But the relationships we've already got, me and my mum are just, I love her. Me and my grandma, I don't see her as much as I want to, due to like work and busy and stuff like that, but I am going to be making time, and it's going to be lovely. Like, the festive season is also, my grandma won't say it is, but it is one of her favourite times of year. And it's just going to be really lovely to actually be present and be as a family this year, which is what I'm going to go into in a bit. But yeah, so I'm building bridges. I am getting back on track with everything, with friendships as well as family relationships. And it's just nice being well, I say I'm consistent. I'm one of those friends that will message loads, or message a bit, then loads, or get back to you in about 3 working days. That is sometimes how I am. So I wouldn't necessarily say I'm consistent, but I would like to think, in my gut, I know what I'm saying is the truth, but some people may argue, I don't know. But I'd like to say that now I'm much more of a reliable friend. I don't know how to say it, because my friends would say, they wouldn't, because obviously it's personal, but hypothetically speaking, they would say that during my really unwell period, when I was really not myself at all and just in a really dark and twisted place, I was not a good friend at all. I was not, and I put my hands up to that. Whereas now I can be there for my friends, and like the friendships that have blossomed this year, like in the last, like I say, 3 months, and friendships I've had for years that have got so much stronger because I'm in a much better space, is just beautiful. Like, my daily chats with Chloe, Rhiannon, Victoria, Holly, oh my god, those girls, like, and that's the magic of YouTube, because I connected with all of them through my YouTube channel, and I've had them as friends for yonks, like years. Like Victoria's, I remember, so me and Victoria recently connected, as in like talking to each other all the time, like for the last, I'd say, like month, but she's been like I've seen her commenting on my channel before for years, and we've now connected, which is amazing because we share a great love of books. She's got me into some of the best books I've ever read. except Harry Potter, of course, because they are top tier. But like, it's amazing what the internet can do, because I know the internet can be such a negative place and harbour lots of toxicity and negative energy, but there is corners of it that are really positive and build some beautiful things, and I will forever be grateful for my YouTube channel and that I didn't listen to all the negative people when I first started my channel. Granted, those videos are very cringe. I can't sit here and say they're not, but from doing those videos and persistently sticking on something that I really enjoy to do, I've formed so many beautiful, pure, strong, grounded friendships that have stuck by me, you know? Like, for the first time ever, I've been able to do a Christmas package for Rhiannon. Her one for me is already here. It's in the living room, but that's going to be opened on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Her parcel's ready to be sent off this coming week. I've got Victoria's parcel, Chloe's parcel, and Holly's parcel in the making. Chloe and Victoria's are done. Holly's is still in the preparation stage. But being able to do these fun things and these wholesome things, like, it's not just about getting gifts and stuff, I get that, but like the position I was in this time last year, and I think that's why I'll go on to it, but I've been struggling a little bit recently, because it's the harsh reality of, yeah, I'm so grateful to be where I am today, but it is the harsh reminders of where I was this time last year, and it was a very, very dark place. But thankfully I got out of that, so, but it's just sometimes my head likes to play tricks on me, do you know what I mean? But yeah, like, I've got plans to meet, because me and Rhiannon haven't actually met. We've spoken on the phone quite a few times. We voice note all the time. Like, I feel like we know each other inside out. We are like peas in a pod. And I'm gonna go and visit her next year, which is gonna be really exciting. Granted, when I say I'm gonna be brave and get on a plane, the plane journey will be less than half an hour. But I've got a morbid fear of planes, which I think is another reason why I love Grace Barry, because, and if you don't know who I'm on about, where have you been? She is my queen of the I'm a Celeb jungle. But I think that's why I find her so iconic, because I have the same fear of planes. But I'm going to be just fine, because I know it's going to be so wholesome and lovely. Me and Rhiannon have so many things in common, and it's just going to be so much fun. I'm going to go see Chloe next year as well, and Victoria, who are both from Yorkshire. Well, you guys know, if you watch my channel, that Chloe's from Yorkshire. I don't know, I hope Victoria doesn't mind. But she's also from Yorkshire, so it's amazing. It's amazing. And I know me and Holly want to meet up as well at some point as well. It's just, oh, those friendships just bring me so much peace and joy. And I just love them very much. So, I love you girls. But yeah, so I'm going to do like this next bit about Christmas, because it's kind of linked to family, linked to friends. So this December is going to be very, very busy for me. What with work, Christmas events to do with therapy, and also to do with like friends. So I've got my Christmas work to do. I'm getting my hair done. I'm going Christmas shopping, obviously. I'm going to a Christmas market, Etsy market, with my mum on the 30th of November. I'm also going that day to the Castle Illuminations with my mum and Lynn in the evening, which is basically going to be so festive. And then we're going to my grandma's afterwards. Ooh. We're going to my grandma's afterwards for pizza and a movie, which is going to be really nice. And then on the Sunday, I think me and mum are going to watch Paddington number 3. I believe it's number 3, with Lynn, which is going to be so cute. And yeah, I'm doing Christmas shopping. I'm going to be doing obviously festive vlogs and festive videos. And I'm just, it's a very busy month. And I'm so excited to capture it all for you, because I think we all know that my content flopped last year. I think I did 1 or 2 festive videos and they weren't even festive. Not this time. So yeah, and I'm very excited. We're going to be staying at my grandma's from Christmas Eve, so the Tuesday to the Saturday. We're going to stay there pretty much nearly for a week, which is going to be amazing. And I'm just so excited. I'm going to take Top Trumps, Uno. We're going to have a great time. We are going to have a great old time. So yeah, it's going to be so lovely. And once again, this time last year, I didn't go to my grandma for the first time in, well, all my life. I didn't go to my grandma's at all last year for Christmas, and it was just, yeah, it's crazy to me that I was in that situation, but I'm not anymore, so thanks the Lord. But this year is going to be so different, and I'm just so excited. and I can't wait to go Christmas shopping and like buy some more presents for people. But I've actually been really organised with that. I've done quite a lot of my Christmas shopping, as in like for Rhiannon, Chloe, Victoria, and then obviously I've got some bits for Holly, but I still need to get some more bits, which I'll be getting this coming weekend, around the 30th of November, 1st of December. So all of that will be captured. I'm also decorating the Christmas tree this coming Thursday, which will be my second festive vlog, I've now decided. Yeah, there's just lots going on. We're going for our family Christmas Eve traditional meal at my godparents' restaurant, or my godmother's restaurant, because we have two in our local area. Which we went to 2 years ago. Obviously Christmas Eve falls on a Tuesday this year and they're not going to be open, so we're going the weekend before Christmas, which is going to be so lovely, and I'll get like last minute Christmas shopping done. And yeah, it's just hopefully going to be blooming fabulous. Me and Mum wanted to go to the Panto, but I don't think we're going to have time. But I'm going to try and surprise her with tickets. She's in her bedroom and the wall's really thin, but I'm going to try and work on that. So I'll keep you posted on that one, because we went not last year, year before, so 2 years ago, and it was so good. My mum even surprised herself. But yeah, so that is Christmas, kind of. Obviously nothing ever goes quite to plan, but I'm really excited to take you guys along with me, and I hope you're excited for my festive vlogs, because they're hopefully going to be really good. Mental health, which is something I have spoken about quite a bit on my channel. Not as much as I would like, actually, because I know a lot of people have come to, like, afterwards when I posted videos about those kind of topics, they've said that we really appreciated you uploading those, because, you know, it's like sharing your experiences and stuff like that. Because I don't know it all at all, but I only know what I've gone through and how I've like come through to the other side and wanting to stay on the good side. Do you know what I mean? I've been really struggling, as I've previously mentioned in this video. Like this time of year normally would be like my favourite time of year, and I am really excited. I'm feeling really festive, looking at my Christmas lights and everything. But as I've said, like, I have Snapchat, great app. However, I thought it would be really cool last year when I was in that really low point in my life to take pictures, and there's memories coming up now this time last year, and it's humbling. It is humbling. It's also like a really, what's the word? It's a really good reminder of where I'm not at. And how far I have come, because I find it really hard to pat myself on the back, because I feel like if I pat myself on the back, then I'm going to get complacent with things, and I find it really hard to give myself like positive, like, compliments. I don't know how to say it, but I hope that makes some somewhat sense. So yeah, I've got good people around me. I've got a really good support network. I've got people I can talk to, which is the thing I've never had that before in my life, as in people that understand me and get me. And like, problem shared is a problem halved, and I can be there for other people as well. They're in the kind of same situation as me. So I wouldn't say my mental health has been fabulous recently, because it hasn't, but I've been doing all the right things, really. Like, there's been some things I've like been complacent on, and I've realised, so now I've given myself a kick up the arse, basically. You know, I still take my medication, I've mentioned that before, every evening. My mum lost them, and one evening I couldn't take one, and the next day, like during the day, I think I told myself it was going to be that bad. It wasn't actually that bad during the day, but then when I was walking home, I felt like I was having, if any one of you have watched Doctor Strange, when they have outer body experiences, because I'm a queen for Marvel, I felt like I was having that, but it was absolutely horrendous, trying to cross the road thinking like my body had gone forward when it was just, yeah, anyway, I won't go too much into that, but I'm doing what I need to consistently do. I'm actually now slowly getting into a bit more self-care, which is something that I'm really, really inconsistent with. I'm either really good for a little spell, and then I'm really bad for a much longer spell. So I'm trying to get back into that and get into my skincare routine, setting aside time every day. And yeah, it's a lot. It's gonna take a while. I've had basically 4 to 5 years of not giving a as in, well, that may be a bit of a, no, actually I would say, yeah, I kind of, for 4 to 5 years of my life, well, I'd say from 2019 to the beginning of this year, so thinking about that, that's a long old time, I never really prioritised myself at all, so, or anyone else really, kind of, I know where I'm going with that, but anyway, so it's like getting into the swing of things, and it's going to take a long time. I'll probably be a broken record. Oh, I'm doing really well at this, and then a month later I really suck at this again. But it's a journey, you know, I'm only human, and I will get there. But yeah, if you're struggling, and I know this is such a cliche thing to say, but But honestly, just from my experience, and that's all I'm going off, opening up and letting someone help you can be one of the most freeing things. And as I said, I'm only going off what I've been going through and like the journey I'm on now, so I know everybody's situation is completely individual, but I kept hold of things for, well, my whole life. I don't know where that stopped filming, but basically I hung on to so much in my life, and then I just spiraled really, really badly. And I know not everyone spirals the way like I did. However, the crux of it is I needed some support and I needed some help. And as soon as I was so done with everything, as in I couldn't carry on living the way I was. But I still, it's hard to talk about without being too, I'm going to put a trigger warning at the beginning of this video anyway, and I'm going to put a description in, so you would have already seen that. But I will probably add a clip going, just please read the description, because I don't know at what points I should put a trigger warning, so I'm just going to put a trigger warning at the start and explain in the description. Because obviously I'm very aware of other people and their feelings. But where was I? Now I've lost my train of thought. I don't know where I was with that. But yeah, so, oh yeah, asking for help. I didn't necessarily, in my journey, ask for help. I have a very good friend of mine who led me towards that help. Let's just put it that way. She basically told me, you're going to get through this kind of thing. And it was one of the hardest but best days of my life, and it's been a rocky journey. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's been all sunshine, pink fluffy clouds and rainbows, because it has not, but it's been so much better than what it was before. And I am forever grateful to her for helping me and allowing me to believe that I deserve to be helped. So I know that's a little bit deep, but it's true, it's just the truth. So if any of you are struggling, please try, and I say this broadly because I don't want anyone to take offence going, oh, well, it's easy for her to say, you know, because I do get that. It is quite easy for me to say now because I took that step, but I know how hard it is taking that step. I promise you I do. But what I'm saying is making sure it's the right people, of course, will let you be able to guide you to a life that you deserve. And I'm just so grateful, basically. I don't really want to talk too much more about that because I don't want to feel like I'm preaching, but everyone deserves to be happy, do you know what I mean? And, you know, I hope everyone's okay, basically. The girl chat part of the video, which I've seen Jordan Lipscomb, it was from ages ago on her YouTube channel, and it came up on my YouTube, and I just clicked on it, and I just love that girl. I'm definitely not Jordan Lipscomb. However, she gave me some inspiration, so give credit where credit is due. Girl chat. Now, I love watching mukbangs, get ready with me's on TikTok about girl chat. You know, just having that girl chat. Because I've really struggled with a lot of aspects that people have brought up in those kind of videos. And actually now I'm in a point in my life where I feel like I can talk about those because I feel like I do them, which is a really weird feeling. But I've had a lot of situations in my life that have been self-inflicted and also have not been self-inflicted. I think there's a good 50-50 there. That I feel like I can maybe like talk about and hopefully someone might get something out of. Like friendships, broken friendships, how to deal with that and get through that. Liking your own company and doing things for you. Like, as I said, I've still got progress to be made, but I've got the little seeds that I'm gonna hopefully let bloom. And yeah, that kind of girl chat. So one thing I could never do was sit with myself, and like I used to when I was younger, and I used to like being in my room and doing stuff like that, which is now something I love doing as well. But I was such a social partying person for so long, that became like my personality. It became what I was known for, and it was just physically, emotionally and mentally draining, to be fair. But then coming completely out of that, like completely, to then being isolated, alone and ruining your life, to then...
How many fingers do you want?
No.
4.
Yeah. Mum, do you say hi?
Hi.
Doing my long-awaited life update video. You know, the one that I put off for so long?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's yeah. Things might not have to put up with, honestly. So, and then coming into the real world, I was at first like, whoa. But I now have got to a place where I love doing things. I wouldn't say I love going out on my own yet. That is something that I want to slowly do more. Like solo trips out, solo date kind of things, because I love that concept. I see that a lot on TikTok and it looks so wholesome and so good for the soul. But I love going out with my mum and doing things with my mum, and that's something that we've really been enjoying doing and we will continue to do. But what I mean is, in my room I love to read, I love to do my skincare, or as I said, film vlogs and just chat with you guys. So I guess I know that's technically not big on my own, but technically it is, because I'm talking to a camera. That then, yeah, I'm not gonna deep into that, but point is doing things that I really enjoy doing, watching Netflix, I know that sounds cliche, watching podcasts, just doing something for myself that, no matter how big or small it is, it just makes me feel good. Like this weekend, I've deep cleaned my room and decorated for Christmas. I cannot tell you how good that was for the soul, because I always tell myself, right, I need to do this, this, this and this, like this video for example, and I never get it done. I get too overwhelmed, I get too stressed, and it's just like, whoa. So to be able to actually achieve these little things, but to me that are quite big, is so nice. But yeah, I am enjoying my own company, and I feel like the best thing to do is just maybe, even if it's like a pamper night for yourself, just to really relax and de-stress if after a really long week at work, or long week in general, or even just on a random weekday night or whenever, just doing something for yourself. And I think this is a perfect time of year for it, because for me personally, Snow Fairies are back in Lush, and you can best believe I'm asking for that for Christmas, and that is the pamper night essential at this time of year. But yeah, just doing things that you really enjoy, like getting back into reading has been so therapeutic for me. Like, I cannot explain how much. Also, I want to get back into gymming and swimming, because I went swimming for the first time after 5 years back in March this year, and I got so into it and then I just stopped. I then did because it's once again the consistent thing, it's a bit of a pattern, and then I started going to the gym, got codes from people obviously to get in, because like they had the passes, and then as soon as I got, and I was so determined with that, but as soon as I got the membership for myself, felt flash on my face, like I haven't gone. So I need to restart my account, because the gym was such a good escape for me, and I never thought the gym would be that for me at all. So doing things for you basically is where I'm going with that. And I've been going on quite a few walks recently, and walks are really good no matter what the weather is. Just getting outside and being in the fresh air, I can't recommend enough. But yeah, hope some of that made sense. The last thing I'm going to talk is like girl chat, 2 topics. But one thing that have briefly spoken about on my channel before, I've either been really salty about it, really sort of like spilling the tea. Oh, when I see those videos come up on my YouTube of me, like when I look through my videos and I see those videos, I'm like, oh, can't really get a grip. No one cares. But I would say there's been quite a few friendships that I've had in my life that some would say were questionable friendships to start with. Back at it with the petty, but no, I'm just being serious, like for them and for me, like it's not just me for sure, because I was not a very good person at times, you know, but I will not sit here and say that I am especially at that point in my life, like for the last like 2 years up until the beginning of this year, well, basically the friendship group I was in when I was in a relationship, I'm not going to go because I can't be asked for any grief, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying anything bad. What I'm saying is it taught me a lot. It also taught me that I was not a good person for them at times, for sure. But it also taught me, it literally broke me down to the point where I didn't think I'd get back up again, because of my actions as well, but also because of other people's. And I think what I'm trying to say is I did not deal with that very well at all. I sought so much validation from people. If someone liked me, I was in the best mood. If they didn't like me, I go into paranoia. Like the term psycho, I feel like would have been me, but as in like a paranoid one. Like digging into myself, going, why don't they like me? Like, what's wrong with me? Oh, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. It's exhausting, you know? So, thank God I didn't try to give advice, I don't think I did anyway, for broken friendships, because all I can say now, looking back on those times, if you're having to defend yourself 24/7, constantly, because people that should defend you, say should defend you but should have your back, don't, walk away. Because I walked past so many red flags, and so did those people with me, to be fair. But I walked past, I'm talking about myself and my experience, I walked past so many red flags. I had people telling me outside of that group and outside of other many groups that I've been part of, they're not good for you, you're not good for them, like you need to separate yourself from that for their sake and for yours. And I don't know what it was like a magnetic pull, like anything like that. I was just, it's crazy to me now because I'm looking back on those times and I'm like, my God, like I thrived in those well, I thought I thrived, I didn't, I was very mentally unstable, but like the chaos and the drama, like it was just, now I'm thinking that, because I don't have time in my life for that. I'm in a life where I want to thrive, I want to work, I want to have family, I want to have friends, I want to blossom, and then I lived for it. I was in that phase where I was just like a gobby, very insecure person, which a lot of people go through those phases, right? I know that. But I feel like my mum will tell you I go from 0 to a million within the space of 2.2 seconds. I'm an all or nothing kind of gal, which in some context is lovely, but when I was in a downward spiral, it was absolute carnage. And yeah, all I can say is if you are getting that, because trust your gut, go with your gut feeling, because I could have saved myself and other people so much stress if I had gone with my gut feeling. But I also had that mentality where I would look for the slither of good in someone that displayed nothing but I would still find that slither of good in them. So all I can say is, from my experience, if you are having to constantly defend yourself, if you're constantly, you know, you're in situations that you don't want to be in, or you're in situations that you're in, but you're getting a lot of drama and grief, and you're just becoming, because I became a very angry person, and anyone that can tell you from before I was 18, I was the opposite of angry. Like, pushover and walkover would come to mind, to be honest. I wouldn't class myself as shy, but I also wanted to fit in so bad. Like, I was desperate to fit in. So for me to then switch, because I was constantly defending myself, I constantly had to have my back up because I didn't trust anybody. I didn't trust anyone had any good intentions. I hated the world, and I hated everyone in it in some sense. And it was just so draining. And so what I'm trying to say is, if this is making any sense to any of you, is if you're having this gut feeling that, you know, if you're trying to defend yourself and then you get so back and they're kind of deflecting it off themselves, and there's evidence, you know, it's evident that it is their problem, walk away. Do not walk past those red flags, which once again I know is easier said than done. But your peace and serenity and your I don't know how to word it, what am I trying to say, your peace of mind and your mental health is worth more than any friendship, any family relationships, because trust me, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt many a time. It's not worth surrendering that, because you deserve to be happy and peaceful. And basically, if anyone gives you a bad gut feeling, run. I had to change my camera battery because I've been waffling on for so long. But yeah, life now is a lot calmer, and I'm in a much better space, despite when I have bad days, because I've mentioned in vlog, when I have good days, I have really good days. When I have not so great days, they're pretty pants. So it's like one extreme to the other, but I've got the capacity to deal with them now, and like get through them. And my mum is an absolute godsend. I've just checked Instagram and someone asked, have you been rebuilding the relationship with your mum since last year? Absolutely. She'd be the first one to tell you off her own back completely. Like, I've never felt so close to my mum as I do now. Like, the relationship we got is so honest and open and real, and it's just amazing. Like, I know how lucky I am, and I thank my lucky stars, as I've said, every day for her. But yeah, like today I saw Nina, who's expecting a little girl, and it's just so exciting because I can be there today. Like, I can be a present person, I can be a good friend, and I can be part of this new life, which just makes me so emotional thinking about like all the good emotions. Like, I've known this girl since we were about 1. We went to the same childminders, and we're still friends now. Like, we had a bit of time where we didn't really speak. You know, people drift, people do, like, life happens. But it's just so exciting because she's just, I love Nina so much. And I'm just so excited for her and the journey that she's embarking on right now. and we've already decided that we're going to go to a garden centre together before Christmas, because it's literally like Christmas, it's like winter wonderland in a garden centre. I have vlogged there before, like 3 years ago I think, or maybe a bit longer than that, but it is amazing. It only gets better every year. And me and my mum wanted to go, but it's a bit hard to get to if you don't drive, and my mum does drive but we don't have a car, and Nina drives, so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, there's just so much to look forward to. I'm also going to be changing my surname, and then after I've done that I'm going to be getting a passport, because I was going to get a passport and then I thought, hang on a minute, I don't want my current last name. I really do not, for a lot of reasons that I'm not going to go into, but basically I want my mum's maiden name, because that's a family that I have, the only family that's really been there for me my whole entire life. And I just, whenever I see my legal name, my current legal name anyway, I just don't, it's a part of my life that I would rather move on from, if that makes any sense. So that's going to be a new change coming soon, and then I'm going to be getting a passport, and I'm going to be going places hopefully next year and the year after. Like, I don't want to think too far ahead, but it's these things that I've wanted to do for so long and haven't been able to do, so yeah, thought I'd throw that in there. But I am so grateful to be in the place I am today, like, and I am able to kind of say well done to myself for like the work I've put in, because although I have had, and I do still have, the most amazing support system, there's only so much they can do you know what I mean? Like, I've got to want it, and I've got to want to do it to like keep well, and it's just, I have a lot of peace today, and I never thought I could say that, because my head is very loud and it can be very crazy, but it is 95% of the time quite peaceful, and I never in my million years thought that I would be able to say that, so it's quite nice. But yeah, so that's kind of it. I actually really enjoyed filming this video, I kind of surprised myself. But yeah, life's good, and really exciting festive things are coming. Can't wait to show you that on my channel. If you made it to the end of this video, well done. I'm not going to have fun editing this at all, but I'm really excited to show you guys what I'm going to get up to for the rest of the year, and it's just such fun, as they say in Miranda. But I just also want to say another thank you to you guys, because I've been doing this for nearly 10 years. Inconsistently, granted, but I started my channel back in 2015. For those videos I need to prioritise. I need to prioritise stats, because they are god awful. My voice had not, I don't know, puberty had not struck, clearly. And oh dear god, they literally give me the ick. But yeah, next year technically, well it is, because obviously I started my channel in 2015, 10 whole years. That blows my very small brain. And I wouldn't do it if you guys didn't want to watch my videos, didn't engage with my videos, didn't, you know, weren't who you are and what you do, I guess. So I just want to say thank you, and like the support and the love is, I'm very grateful for, because I've talked about some very raw topics, and the fear of God was in me, you know, but it's my journey, it's my life, and I'm got a little smidgen of the internet, and I just want it to be unfiltered me, if you see what I mean. But yeah, I just want to say thank you, because I love you all very much, and yeah, I'm going to stop rambling now and you can get back to your life. But thank you so much if you watched the end of this video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's any festive content you want to see in the comments below. And don't forget to smash a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next vlog, or festive vlog, whichever one you watch first. Bye.